Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Sorry, Niall. I'm not very good at the phones yet.
Marty's not good at the technology yet.
Jesus Christ.
I know. See what you got yourself into.
How are you, Mud?
I'm good, man. Thank God you've got the show that goes on at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Give us a break. We're still learning, okay?
Well, thanks for coming on our little old show.
Yeah.
No problem. Not at all. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, let's do it.
You're with The Squad.
1019 The Fox.
And right now, joining us on the line from, I believe, LA or London.
London?
It is Niall Horan. How you doing, man?
Hello, how's it going? How you doing?
Where in the world are you?
I'm in London.
Uh-huh.
I'm just looking for a pair of socks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the drawer looking for a pair of socks.
Where are you off to this morning?
I'm going to the studio, Mel.
You're recording
I'm
at
going
the
to
moment.
studio. Yeah, I'm sitting here in my tricky buttons, getting ready to go.
What kind of
I'm already half an hour late, so make this quick.
Okay.
We're interrupting.
No, that's fair enough. I would not want to put you out because you have some important music to record so the world can hear it.
So,
I'm joking.
first of all, Niall, congratulations on the success of this town. Obviously, it's been really well received, especially here in Oz.
Thanks, Mel.
You're welcome. What I want to know is you've obviously put a lot of work into writing that single. How does it feel to know that it has been so well received by everyone? It must be scary doing it on your own.
Yeah, it was obviously going to be a bit weird. Having spent a long time, in a band with other people, so it was obviously going to be weird bringing out. And actually, the weirdest thing I found was singing the whole song. That was the weirdest
You
part.
don't have to wait for your bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you just leave
I
the
just
bridge
thought,
blank?
okay. Yeah, I'll just come in at the second verse. It's fine. I'll wait. And the guy's like, "What are you doing?" But yeah, that was kind of the weird part. But yeah, it's obviously any time you bring out new music, it's always a bit strange. It always feels you always like because you know that you know the song inside out, and you know that it's kind of okay, but you don't expect it to get the reaction that it's done, and especially with this town, it's been crazy.
I get the feeling though that you're not really into breaks because you didn't take much time off. You seem pretty restless. You're keen to get back in the studio and record some stuff.
Yeah, Mel will tell you, I'm a pretty restless person, and I don't like to sit around too much. I did a bit, I did traveling at the start of the year, went around Southeast Asia, and then when I came back, I was like, right, I'm bored.
I was literally just before this telling Marty that you managed to get through. I think it was like a month on break before you had to get up and start doing stuff.
Yeah, well,
you
literally,
cannot sit
I
still.
think it lasted about 6 weeks.
Yeah,
I gotta say,
and I was like, I need to go into the studio and write something, so I did. And at the start, I really wasn't writing for anything in particular. I was just kind of try and write for someone else, or songs to pitch to labels and stuff like that. And then music that I was writing, I was kind of like. You go through phases as a writer where you're writing a lot of crap one month, and then the next month you're writing some good stuff. And I just happened to fall into that phase of writing some alright stuff, and I was like, maybe I should release this and see what happens.
well, it's working to your advantage. I mean, you're the first one sort of to come out the gates with a song, and I see that some of the other One Direction members are also now starting to get in the studio with different people, and they're also recording. Is it good to see? All of your ex-bandmates kind of also continuing to make music, even if it's not together?
Yes, of course, yeah, it's good. It's good that we all get to kind of do our own thing and for a little bit and, work with different producers and stuff like that. On this album, I'm working with people that I've never worked with before, which is obviously daunting because you spend all your studio time with the same people over the years. And then I've started to meet new people and write with new people, which is kind of scary, but then it's quite cool at the same time. Yeah, and the boys are doing their thing, and then it'll be good then when we get back and we've got another batch of people to work with.
Do you have some bragging rights where you can go, well, actually Adele's producer was working on my single, I don't care about Pharrell Liam?
Tell you what, Pharrell's pretty incredible himself.
Yeah,
that was unbelievable working with Craig Kirsten. He's
And just quickly, how different is the writing process compared to when you were writing with the boys to doing it on your own?
It's kind of pretty similar. We always used to kind of go off in groups and we'd early doors we used to write together.
Yeah.
And then we found that there was way too many people in the room.
Yeah, because I remember
Everyone
you were like
shouting
splitting
ideas
off
at each
into
other.
two and then joining up with other artists, right?
Yeah, that was the idea. Yeah, so we would, and then I kind of found that like, the songs that I wrote for the band, I wrote on my own. So I found that I wrote a lot of my good stuff on my own. So yeah, it was just kind of easier. It didn't feel like any different. It was kind of the same process. Kind of like today, I'm working with Jamie Scott, who we did Story of My Life with, and a lot of the other One Direction stuff. So it's not like it's never a weird thing. We do the same thing. We sit behind the piano, or play with a few guitars, and it's not very different.
The single, the cover art for the single features lyrics from the song. I wondered if it was actually your handwriting and whether you use pen and paper when you're writing tracks or just notes on your phone.
Yeah, I've always been against notes on the phone.
Aha.
I think it comes like, there you go. Like I got to use it in the end. I just kind of showed it to my manager, and she was like, "Right, you need to use that. That's pretty cool." So yeah, I have my leather bound book. And I just kind of like,
What?
Where'd you get that from?
And,
no, but you have used pencil because in one of the 1D tracks, I Want to Write You a Song, Marty, here's a fun fact for you.
There we go.
Niall's actually writing in pencil in the background of the track, and you can actually hear the pencil hitting the paper.
Far out.
That's really cool.
So I can listen out
I
for
moved
that
on to
next
pen
time.
now.
You can. Oh, sorry, it was a pen.
I use fancy fountain pens now.
Nice.
Oh, he's moved up.
That's right.
Taking it up another level.
He means business. Well, you sort of mentioned that you can go through as a writer good periods and bad periods. Are you in a period right now where you're in the studio and you're just on fire?
I wouldn't call it on fire. I'm writing some. I'm writing some good stuff. I wrote a good one yesterday again, and we'll see what today brings. I got into record now and record some of my guitar that I didn't record yesterday because I was too lazy. And then that's pretty much me. Yeah, I'm going through an alright phase at the minute, but I'm coming towards the end of the writing, and then it's time to record it. I've got a really cool producer in, so I'm gonna spend a lot of time with him, recording and recording all the instruments and vocal and stuff like that. So at the moment, a lot of my songs are just voice notes on phones and crap demos.
You've got your cousin used to live in Australia, right? And so have you got a crew that you started to build around you, and now you're basing yourself in LA? No, not really. No, everybody, they've all moved back. All my cousins and that, they're all moved back. They're all in London now. So yeah. And then
he forced them all to move around him so that he can have friends.
Well, what are you talking about?
All the sons in London.
Look at Mel showing off on the radio.
Okay, that's all the time we have tonight.
I don't know how she's done her research. You got to give her that today.
She knows everything.
Since you are sock shopping right now, are you a fancy sock man? Are you an athletic sock? Like, what are you looking at?
Nah, my sock drawer is terrible. So at the moment, I've just put on a pair of ankle socks with a pair of tracky bottoms.
Nice.
And I'm still looking for my shoes.
Well, that's the important stuff. Well,
that's what we needed.
How about we play? That's right. That was the scoop. Mate,
look at the squad.
Yeah.
You guys are so funny.
Right.
Present, on point. Mate, we'd love for you to introduce your signal. We'd love you to...
Do it in your radio voice, though. Do it in the best
right.
radio voice you can.
But is it like, am I saying like the squad?
No,
on
you
the
can
squad.
say like you're listening to my new track, this town on the squad. But do
Can
it
I
in
say
your,
it on the squad?
Yeah, do it in like your hardcore radio.
Hi, I'm Niall Horan, and you're listening to This Town on the Squad with Marty Smiley and Melissa Whitelaw. What's her surname?
Smiley.
Smiley.
As in like smiley face.
And it's not a stage name.
It's not a stage name.
Thanks very much, legend.
Thank you, Niall.
See ya.
You're with The Squad.
1019 The Fox.